Good morning everyone. It is 8 o'clock, but it is still dark. We're in Urumqi, which is the capital of Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region in China. And the reason it's still dark is because even though we're getting about as far west as you can get in China, it's still the same time as Beijing. So we're above Nepal and India now, and Bangladesh, so I think they're about 2 hours behind, but instead of it being 6 o'clock in the morning, it's 8 o'clock. It is cold, it's about 3 degrees, and I just booked my hostel, so I'm hoping that I can go there and hang out there for a while. Plans for the next few days, unsure. Haven't actually done any research on this place. I've heard of it in the news, but nothing outside of that. Probably just look around, and then we'll be off to an even further west place in Xinjiang. So we'll get going. As always, some beef noodles. It's crack. Some eggs. I'm not really a tea drinker, but it's cold, so, and they give free tea, so it makes life easy. Right, we've made it to the hostel. It's quite good. It's just a 6-bed. It was about 15 New Zealand dollars a night, but I got the trip.com discount. So it's pretty nice. We're on the 7th floor. It's got free washer and dryer, which is key to life. Maybe you have to pay, I don't know. The bathrooms is pretty good, and my streak continues. Winner chicken dinner. So I've been looking up a bit about what to do. It's basically just parks, and then there's a big shopping market called the Grand Bazaar. So I'll have a look at that as well and hopefully get some clothes. It's really cold. I think the max it gets to today is like 13 degrees. Fruit stall. Ferrari. One thing that I keep forgetting to mention is Chinese men have to be the worst snorers I've ever dealt with in my life. Every hostel in China, almost every hostel, every room just has at least 1 or 2 snorers, and all night. And if you're on the trains, they snore. I have used my earplugs more times in 5 to 6 weeks in China than I did in 5 months of travelling Southeast Asia. It is insane. We've now made it to the Grand Bazaar. That is it behind me. I think it looks quite new. And then that looks like an old one. It's very busy. It's still the national holiday, but it might just be busy like this all the time. I like the vibe of the city so far. There's heaps of clothes still, so I'm glad I didn't just buy some straight away, but we'll go into the market and have a look around. Everyone is fascinated by this white guy walking around in shorts. So, like, everyone's just bulong, long, which means cold. So funny. Lots of hats. Probably got a name, but I'll put it up. Lots of fur things as well. And jewellery. Sandberg coffee. Doesn't even show up. Try and find something. It's like a lamb leg or part of a lamb leg in pastry. So I'll try it out. That is really good. Like, just really nicely spiced. 15 RMB. If that's a taste of what's to come in Xinjiang, that was good. And I'm really looking forward to the next few days here because that was a good piece of lamb. So, we're inside the bazaar now. And it's pretty cool. It looks like they've renovated it. So it is the old bazaar, but it's just been renovated. Fun fact that I've just learned is that we are currently in Urumqi, which is the furthest city from any ocean in the world. And I am currently 280 kilometers from the furthest point from any ocean in the world. But it's in the middle of a desert, so I can't really go there. Maybe I'll go there at some point in my life, but not this trip. I think I'd need a car or a lot more cash. So this, I don't know whether that's a mosque or not. Again, I'm not very good at identifying things. This is cool. Sort of their pedestrian mall. There's quite a few people around. Like they seem to like this type of bread, so I'm obviously going to have to try it. Especially when they shape an entire entrance to a building like bread. It's like a haul of bread. But I want to eat some bread. I don't want to look at it. So I'll keep walking around. I got some bread. The girl said it's the best. It just tastes like bread. I'll update it. Nice bread with dates in it, but still bread. It's probably one of my favourite markets in China. It's really cool. It's just a cool vibe and good food. Look at the size of those melons. That is insane. See, I kind of want a melon, but I can't eat an entire melon just by myself. There's a lot of cool magnets, but I can't find one that says Urumqi. Bane of my existence. I think it's because I'm not an artistic person at all. I just really appreciate like paintings and patterns on the carpets. Because I just know I couldn't do it. It all looks awesome. Might buy one of these instruments and become a throat singer. Move to Mongolia and become a throat singer. Or Central Asia. I think Central Asia is all throat singers. I think I got this melon. No, it's not a honeydew or whatever, because I've had those before, so I'll try this. Tastes like melon. Magnet acquired. It says Xinjiang. It's a little sad that it doesn't say it in English, but it is what it is. I know what it says, and that's all that matters. I wish I got more of a video of that guy because he was cool. This was 4 RMB. I think it's a lamb thing. Pretty good. Just for context, while I have this ice cream and I'm in these shorts, it's about 9 degrees and everyone is looking at me like I'm a freak. It's really interesting because usually I've found in China that when you get into the main sort of shopping areas, it's all brand new brands, stores, whereas here it's all the fake stores. So it's kind of like Southeast Asia a bit, which is interesting because I haven't really seen that in China. Usually the markets where you can get the fakes, they're kind of hidden away or in a big building, and then you go in there and it's like a real rat race. But here it's all on the street. Just had some, like, they must have been younger than 10. These little kids just walk up and go, hello, photo, and get their older brother to take a photo. So funny. So this is Mel's little brother. This is where he lived apparently. Probably not these buildings because they're new, but maybe this small building. So according to what I read on Wikipedia, he was executed before the revolution ended in 1943 by the Xinjiang warlord. Which is an interesting thing. I didn't even know Mel had a brother. Turns out he has 2 brothers, or had. We're now in the People's Square. There's one in every city, pretty much, I think, based on the fact that every city I've been to has had a People's Square. Usually have some sort of monument like that. And a big flag in a government building or something. There's Macca's over there. That's what I love to see. Always a People's Square and almost always a People's Park. I don't know who People is, but they own a lot of squares and parks, so they've done a good job in China. Old mate's got his kite going. Fun. I'm just at a mall at the moment looking at like all the brands, the sports brands, because I want to get some pants or a jacket, and I'm looking at the proper quality stuff that aren't what I was looking at this morning. And one of the things that's so frustrating about shopping at these sorts of places is and it's almost always middle-aged ladies will walk up and start talking at you, and you'll say to them, I don't understand, and then they'll just keep talking at you for like a minute, and you're like, and clearly they're trying to sell you something, but you have no idea what they're saying, and then they get a little frustrated at you, and you're like, I don't know, and you try to be polite, and I don't know how to politely be like, I don't understand, please stop talking. I may now be prepared for the winter. I have purchased some clothes, well, a jacket and a pair of pants. The jacket was a down jacket for 299 RMB, so that is just about 75 New Zealand dollars, and then a pair of pants for 139, which is, what's that? That's 35 New Zealand dollars. So about 110 New Zealand dollars for some pretty good clothes. I was looking at some other jacket other than the down one that was 189 RMB, but it was really bulky, and it just had polyester. It was basically just a rain jacket with a polyester, what I'm wearing, zipped in the middle, and I was like, I'm just doubling up on bulk and whatever. So when she showed me this down jacket for $2.99, and it is, like it is down there, there's a bit of feathers, you know what you get, and it was really warm and it was smaller, so I was like, shit, I'll just have to get that because I'm carrying it and it's lighter, so I should be prepped now. This was 25 yuan. It's a local delicacy, it's lamb. The jacket's going well, and the pants. I was out there walking and it's about 6 degrees and it was sweet, so happy. I don't know how good this is going to be, but I hope it's good because it's like a delicacy. Good morning everyone. There's a man holding up traffic in a wheelchair. It is the next day and we are trying to get to the People's Park. And I'm having some trouble, so I'm just walking down this road. So the plan for today is People's Park, obviously, that I'm walking to. Then there's a park north of the People's Park where you can climb a hill and get a view of the city. So I'm going to do that. At the moment, it looks like I'll stay until tomorrow night. Then tomorrow night I'll get an overnight train to my next place, which will most likely be the last place in China. So yeah, the reason I do get the overnight trains is because basically it's accommodation and travel in one, and you may as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone and travel at the same time as you're sleeping. Saves money and it saves wasted time. So I've fallen in love with the overnight trains in China. They're actually comfortable as well, so it's been good. Over here, I think he's staring at the sun. I don't know. Just a bit of an odd character, but that's obviously his prerogative. Don't know what's going on there. I love it though. Honestly, it'd be pretty cool to be a kid in China. Well, as long as you're in the cities. They've always got stuff like this to do. In every city they have a park like this. It's cool. Maybe it's just a New Zealand thing and we don't have that sort of stuff. So in every People's Park, at least every People's Park that I've been to in China, you'll have old people doing one of 3 things, and that will be playing instruments and singing, playing cards, or exercising. It's always a really nice vibe. They're really pleasant to walk around. Also, not always, but often dancing. China really is, in my opinion, just a place you need to come and experience for yourself. Because you can't convey it through a video. It's just too fun. 12 RMB. This one doesn't look like it's got any bone in it though. We'll see how it tastes because that's cheaper than the one yesterday. It didn't taste as good, but there was more meat and there wasn't really any bone, so trade-off. Parkerman. So apparently this is one of their major tourist attractions in the city. and it's free to enter, which is really cool. And hopefully I can get a good view from the top. No one said anything about stairs. Bane of my existence. It's a nice view. I think it goes higher though, so I can possibly get a better view. I love that flag. I don't know whether this is higher, but it's a view from the other side. I love it. I said it in the last video, but I just love coming to spots and just looking at stuff. It doesn't need to cost you anything, but you get a cool view, get to see stuff that you wouldn't get to see otherwise. You can't really beat it, in my opinion. Bit of a theme park up here. There's a Ferris wheel. I think I'm going to go up it because I'm not doing anything else, so may as well. I don't know the last time I was in a Ferris wheel. This was 30 RMB, so $7.50 New Zealand. I think even at home, if you're at a show or something like that, it would be $15. So it's a pretty good deal. That's something. I'll hopefully get a good view up here. There's a stadium. Yeah, it is a nice view. Maybe I should have gone on that thing. It looks like it goes real high. Probably a bit more adrenaline than slowly rising up in this Ferris wheel. Oh wow. It's a nice view of the city. Gives you a bit of a context of where you're at. Sometimes I find when you're in these cities and you're just in the centre, you can't really see what the landscape around it's like. And as someone I quite enjoy the nature. It's one of the worst aspects of being in these big cities is you just get a couple of parks for some. I love a city landscape view, but yeah, not being able to see where you're at is kind of frustrating. We have now peaked in life. Or the top of this Ferris wheel. Down we go. I always think when I see signs like that, so that says Viking, whether Chinese people can actually read it and then say it in English, because it's just it's kind of funny. Because most Chinese people I meet can't speak English, so having things in English names and then they're not even able to read them, it just would be kind of funny, or else they'd just have a Chinese way of saying it. 20 dumplings for 20 RMB. They're lamb. Really nice. A rare find in China, a kebab, donut. See how it is. This was 18 RMB. It's a bit different to home, but still nice. Right people, I think that's probably going to be the end of the vlog, but I may as well show you what I'm working with here in China for gyms. I usually work out about twice to 3 times a week, depending on how things are going. Usually, especially in China, I've had to use bands because the gyms in China are expensive. This one, which is pretty good, really solid, exactly what you'd get at home. It was 19 RMB on special. If it wasn't on special, it would have been 58 RMB for the one session. It's about just under 15 New Zealand dollars, which is really steep, especially compared to Southeast Asia where you can get them for about
2 or 3 New Zealand dollars, so for an unair conditioned one. So I haven't really been using gyms in China. I've lost about 9 kgs in 6 months. I'm going to try and get some more weight back, hopefully, because I'll be in some meat eating countries, but I also need to do some more weightlifting. Yeah, so the gyms are good, but it's just the price here in China. And they've got parks that you can sometimes work out in, which are cool, and you get to do dips and stuff like that, but really I've just been using bands in the hostel rooms. So that's going to be the end of it. Next we'll be heading west, going to a place called Ili on our way to Kazakhstan. So see you tonight when I get on the train. Ciao.